When you were mentioning in the khutbah about making good intentions,
yes.
Good intentions, can the intention be something that shaitan is aware of?
Shaitan is always aware of the intention. Of course. Shaitan is not running after insincere people. He's running after sincere people. Shaitan is not running after unbelievers, he's running after believers. Unbelievers are already behind him. He has to aim after the believers to bring them down. Shaitan will always be. How does Shaitan know? Shaitan has people on the inside. Who's on the inside? Your ego. There are signs that you do that will reveal your ego. There are signs that you do, things that you do that will reveal your spirit. You understand? Especially in the dargah. That's why be careful. Yes, people are coming, this and that. We always see someone is saying something, but he's doing something, and we see, oh, look, there's no blessing in what he's doing. Something is wrong. Yes or no? It's not about how good you are at something, but how good your intention is. Especially at the dargah. Your intention is good, no matter how difficult it is, you'll be able to pull it off. If your intentions are not good, no matter how much knowledge you have, how much resources you have, you cannot pull it off. Something is always, it's no blessing. So Shaitan will know. That's why the khutbah is also saying, check your intention. Don't assume just because you make one, intention is not going to change. The intention will change. It can change. Shaitan's aim is to change our intention. Maybe once upon a time, like I said, people who make hijrah here, they say we're doing it for Allah's sake. And then later it change, right? People change. Yesterday they say, oh, may we live here, may we die in this way. The next day they leave. People change. How they change? It's not the spirit that is changing. It is the ego that is making those intentions to change. So now you have to check. And you have to protect. And you have to fight. You have to fight. If you are in this way and you're not fighting your ego, you don't find that interesting anymore, it's only a matter of time that you're just going to walk away. And I've said this over and over again, because you're just going to say, nothing is happening, it's the same thing. But if you are looking at your ego every day, fighting it, trying to be good, trying to understand that, then it is endless. Every day is different. Every sohbet is different. Every time you are discovering something new about yourself, about your Lord, about our Shaykh, about our Prophet, you're discovering something, and that's very interesting to us. It's not the same. So, we have to check our intention, check our actions again and again and again. You want to drive. You cannot drive until you get a license. You can, but they'll give you a ticket, right? They say you have to prove first you have the intention to drive. Then they have to give you the permission to drive. You drive. You drive and you crash. You drive and you crash into someone else. What do? They take away your license from you. Why is that? You cannot say, but I make good intention. You even gave me the proof of my good intention, which is the license. I have the skills. They say, no, you squandered it. You finished it. You did something to show that you are not a good driver. So, we're saying we're Muslims. What did we do today to prove that we are good Muslims? We're saying that we're murids. What is it today that we've done to prove that we're not good murids? This is the checking. And those who don't check, they will lose interest. They will not make progress. They will be stuck. Then Shaitan will start whispering. Once you start listening, you open the door. Shaitan goes inside, sits in your heart. That's it. That time, you can be staring at your shaykh giving sohbat, but Shaitan is also whispering in your heart to give another kind of sohbat. Be careful. It happened over and over and over again. So we have to guard ourselves against it, because shaitan will never stop. So we have to check our actions to see whether it fits into the intention again. Then once in a while to ask, why am I here again? I'm doing all these things. Why am I here? So many times, you don't have to do that. We're saying it, right? Check your intentions. Why are you here? What is the reason in being here? Because you say, okay, I want to be here for the sake of Allah. Okay, I'm praying, zikr and everything. I've got to get a job. Okay, zikr, praying, get a job, zikr, praying, get a job. I'm working, zikr. I'm working so bad a little bit. I'm working. Okay, I want to get married. I get a job, get a house. So your zikr becomes more of that and less of this. Yes? It goes up, it goes down a little bit. But check yourself. If you don't check yourself, you say, wait a minute. Why am I so much busy like this? Pull myself back. I must be busy like this a little bit. Then you're checking always. But when you don't check and you assume, because some time ago my intention is for the sake of Allah, then you're already continuing with that. You're not even here for zikr or for sohbat. You're here, okay, because I'm going to get a job and get a better job and get more money, and then I'm going to get married, I'm going to have children, then you're going to be very, very busy with that, and your heart will be pulled to that. So check your connection to your shaykh, number one. Then check your connection to each other. The trick also is so easy. People say, I'm connected to the shaykh, but they don't connect to anyone. Thinking it's only me and my shaykh. Then that time he can only find one thing that he will not like, what the shaykh said to him. And the shaykh will say many, many things to you that you won't like. One day you're just going to, he said something to me. Oh, but you didn't make any connection to anyone, so it's easy to break that connection with the shaykh, you understand? So, Prophet ﷺ, he did not come to individual Sahabis. He came to all the Sahabis, and the Sahabis, he taught them and he trained them how to be brothers to each other. Doesn't mean they don't have differences, but how to be brothers and how to be like a family. The Muhajirs and the Ansars. They're still a little bit different because, of course, Muhajirs and Ansars are Ansars. It will still continue. The idea is not to iron everyone out and they become identical and robot to each other. That's not the point. The point is that, as Allah says, we created you into different tribes so that you can learn from each other. In these differences, there are wisdoms and there are secrets that you're supposed to take, and it makes you become even more complete. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Prophet ﷺ is saying, marriage is half of your religion, right? He didn't say friendship, man and man friendship, or work, or this. Marriage. Man to woman, woman to a man. The opposite. Completely different. That you will learn, it will complete you in your deen. Don't say it will complete you in your spirit. We're not like, oh, I'm half a spirit, I have to find another half of my spirit wandering around, and then we become one spirit. What the heck is that? Allah created you as a spirit, complete already. But here we're talking about religion, deen. There's something else. Adam alayhi salam was complete. So, check. That's why sohbat is important for you to, at least once a week, listen and try to do that. If you're not doing it every day, you're not around people to talk or think, at least once a week, twice a week, half hour, you're listening and to what our Shaykh is sending us to make us to think a little bit. Now your progress now is according to how you're going to use that when the test comes. Like say, this is a lecture. This is a lecture. Later there's going to be a test. If you don't attend the lecture to take notes and to understand, the examination, the test coming, you cannot pass. Even if you study by yourself, you cannot pass. You'll not be able to do good. Now, you attend the lecture, You sit for the test, but you didn't take notes. You didn't try to understand. And when the test comes, you're not trying to remember what it is, you will fail too. Yes? You can attend the sohbats, but when the test comes, you don't want to use any of that. You will fail too. So what do people do? Instead of waiting for the end of the year test, then they're just going to test themselves to practice. Once you practice, and you practice with small things, and the big thing that comes is going to be so easy. But if you don't practice, you say, this is nothing to do, this is nothing to do. If you're not practicing to fight against your small dajjals inside of you, how are you going to fight against that one? Impossible. Astaghfirullah. Understand? So don't be idiot. Assalamu alaikum. It's much as enough. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha.